Hello, welcome, my name is XLK and today we're taking a look at Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest is a hyper-aggressive low-curve deck that's all about playing powerful 1-drops like Peasant, Iron Deep Trog and Void Touched Attendant to explode on the board early and to close out the game in the early stages of the mid-game. For your mulligan, you want to go for Frazzled Freshman, Iron Deep Trog, Peasant and Void Touched Attendant. If you get a Trog or a Void Touched Attendant, feel free to keep a Guardian Aug Merchant to give them Divine Shield. If you're on the coin, you can keep 2 1-drops and Wriggling Horror to coin out both 1-drops on turn 1 and to buff them with the horror. The deck is pretty simple. Create a big board with low cost minions and drop your Void Touched Attendant to increase all damage taken by 1 and to close out the game. But there are a couple of things to keep in mind since the deck is packed with impactful decisions in the early game. Void Touched Attendant is one of your most important cards. She will increase the damage taken by all sources for both players. It's easy to get greedy with this card, but she's very powerful to play as early as possible since you want to finish the game in the early game. Raise Dead is super powerful. This card works great as a refill when your opponent clears the board. Raise Dead also enables you to play risky with your powerful 1-drops. Since the smaller your death pool is, the more likely you are to get impactful cards like Void Touched Attendant and Iron Deep Trog back when you use it. Twilight Deceptor is a great card draw engine when it comes to your shadow spells, and there are a couple of ways to enable his effect. 1. Hit with a minion. This lets you play him on turn 2 if you already have a minion on board from turn 1. 2. By attacking with your hero power. And 3. With your Raise Dead. You can combo your Mankrik with your Thrive in the Shadows. This will allow you to instantly find Mankrik's wife to summon a powerful minion on the board. The card will be played when you draw it, so you don't have to worry about paying the cost for it. This is a great play for turn 5 since it curves out so well. And Nyack Hexen is a great mid to late game card. The primary way of using this is to steal a big taunt minion from your opponent to let the rest of your board pass by and go face. Just make sure that you have the board space for it. And that's it for Shadow Priest. Take the early game, use Raise Dead as a refuel, and finish the game with a ton of 1-drops and a Void Touched Attendant. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everyone is having a great time on ladder in the new season. I hope the game can remain somewhat unchanged for a small while, so we can all get a good grip of the meta and to reach all of our goals this season. Thanks for all of the support, let's make February a good one. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, enjoy the games. Hello and welcome to some Shadow Priest. I love Shadow Priest, it's super low to the ground curve, hyper aggressive, probably the most aggressive deck in the entire game, and that's the way I roll. I think it's a lot of fun. So for the mulligan, we basically just want to find a 1-drop. There's nothing wrong with keeping a Twilight Deceptor because it's pretty good because you actually get to draw with it, and you might draw a Raise Dead, which is one of the best cards in the game. However, you just want to find a 1-drop. And I've got the Raise Dead, which is kind of nice, but I would prefer to get something like an Iron Deep Trog, which is super good against a druid. So this deck is very kind of high rolly, and you use it if you're up against a ton of druids. So he was afraid to play anything, which is good. I don't want to play my Cult Neophyte yet. I want to wait until turn 3 because I go first and then it's his turn 3 and then he probably wants to start ramping and stuff. He could do it this turn, but I don't want to go for it. And we just play this on curve, so let's draw something. Thrive in the Shadows is pretty nice. You always kind of prefer Raise Dead. As I said before, it's one of the best cards in the deck. Now we can get back a Trog, but I don't think we wanna do it yet. We wanna get value from the Raise Dead because it works as a refill. So usually when it comes to tempo, you kind of when you go really wide, you want refill, right? So you can kind of go for risky plays, and if they have the removal, you can just put down a new board right afterwards and then hope that they don't have the removal, and that's how you kind of close out the game. So this turn we just go Cult Neophyte to kind of choke out his ramp, and we just drop the Freshman because it's a body on board and we wanna be really quick on board. So now we gotta start thinking about our turns, right? Next turn we could go Mind Spike and Mana Feeder Panthera, which will draw us a card. Super good. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. I know we don't develop another minion here, which we could with the Frazzled Freshman. So like, a play we could do if we wanted, what is like Thrive in the Shadows, Raise Dead to get the Trog back, and then a Frazzled Freshman. But as I said before, I kind of just want the value from Raise Dead here. Getting back a Trog is a really good target though. But I think I would rather draw here. Especially if we can draw something like a Mankrik. Would be really good. So drawing a Mankrik here would mean that on turn 5 we could drop Mankrik and we could thrive in the shadows and find Olgra right away. And then we'd have a huge board. Okay, Guff. This is kind of the hero power we're most fine with. The other hero powers are like instant losses for this deck, but we have to think about closing out the game right now as quickly as possible. I think we might thrive here. We could go our 3 1-drops, which I'm totally fine with, and then thrive. However, then we can't pull off the Mankrik combo, but actually we could just Mind Spike here, that might be better. As I said before, we have the refill, so I'm just trying to get I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can, because we want to close out this soon. So, if you don't have things like Hexen or kind of bigger minions, you just want to close out the game quickly, because you can't really tangle with them, you can't trade and stuff. Okay, another one. Ah, he's gonna gain a ton of armor and attack, I think. Or maybe just armor? Okay, just armor. That's a lot of armor. He's back at 30. We got Hexen, which is good. I kinda wanna thrive here. And I am fine with thriving into a or what is it called? Mind Spike? Void Shard. So I'm actually taking this because I want to start bursting him. And I'm playing my other peasant because I just want to go through my deck as quickly as possible. And then we just hit. We are very good against druids, but I do have a feeling that he's gonna drop an 8-drop and gain 8 armor. But that's kind of why I wanted to pick the Void Shard, because we can actually go through it. Or if you get something really big, we can trade something like 2 things into it. That's actually really good to steal. Oh my. Wow. We have a huge hand. Can we kill him? Almost. I want to take this with Hexen. It's so good. But I also kind of want to go through this. We can't go Void Shard and Hexen. Let's think here. This is 3 plus 4. I need to kill off some of my own stuff. We could Wriggling Horror 3, 4, 5. Then trade off this, I guess. I know that I can take this with Hexen and eat this, but I don't think I want to do that. I'm gonna trade like this. Boom. And I do this because we needed space for Hexen. And now we drop the Attendant and just go face. It's a lot of damage, and actually getting the Lieutenant is super good because he can't drop just 1 minion because we're just gonna eat it. Or he can just kill Hexen, I guess. More armor, more fun. Oh! Dang. I mean, as long as he doesn't eat the Attendant, I think we'll be fine. And we could get one back. Ah! So bummer. I think we would have had it as well. So we have 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get an Attendant from my race dead here. I think we might have lethal anyways. I mean, it was super close. Could go Void Shards. So what I want to do here is I want to get the Neophyte down. I want to make sure to hit here. And then we play our tour guide afterwards. So reason why I like Tour Guide here is because this is gonna be free now. So I can do the nuke and still hit with this. He's gonna gain armor though. So I kinda want a big board. Let's get the Divine Shield. Let's do it on the strongest minion. We have drawn so much. I mean, this game has gone on for way too long, which is very dangerous for us, but I think we can close it out. It was kind of unfortunate that he ate our Void Touched Attendant, because that would have been lethal. But there we go. We got him, and we got him with the Void Shards. Good thing I picked up the Void Shard before. And like, we big time got him. We could do a lot of things here. Could actually put down this just to show him some damage. That's 10. And we also had the hero power. Super good. We just eat druids. I kind of have to look over this game because I think some decisions were weird. Because I didn't count the mana first. It's my first game of the day. I had the pleasure of playing Shadow Priest all the way from bronze to diamond yesterday. And it was actually quite easy, but I think I caught kind of the druid hype really early, because I think people they're not playing it as much today as what I've seen. So Mankrik is usually a really good early card, but I want to get my super powerful 1-drops. I just keep the Frazzled Freshman kind of as a safety card to just get on board early. This is super good with the coin as well. So we really want to get this peasant down. So I'm thinking we go Frazzled Freshman, coin the peasant, and hopefully we can go the horror on turn 2. And if we do that, we could go actually the Guardian Og Merchant on the 2-1. Or it's gonna be a 3-2 by then, if we get the Wriggling Horror down. So Paladin is a weird one, because we really actually wanna trade with him. Because we don't want him to get buff targets. We don't need to trade if we don't want to. We could actually ping this off with the Guardian Og Merchant. I kinda like that, but then we have to play the other Guardian Og Merchant, and I don't want to do that because I don't want to float mana. It's very important to just go as quick as you can. Like, we need to kill him before Cariel comes down, and he saved a bunch of cards in his mulligan, which might mean that he actually has either Librams of Hope or Cariel. So we actually want to trade here. We don't want his buff targets to get too big. How do you do this in the best possible way? I think a Mind Spike is coming down. I think Mind Spike plus Og Merchant. I mean, he's gonna have a buff target no matter what, so this might be the turn where we actually just go for face. This is a super tough decision. I don't really care how big this thing is, and he's gonna summon a Warhorse with Divine Shield. So I think it's better to give my minions Divine Shield here. And I really want to give it to the Peasant, because I want to increase his chances of living. And we go Wriggling Horror. So by placing the Wriggling Horror here, we could, if he bumps off the Divine Shield to just set up for something, he has enough HP to get Divine Shielded again. So we can use him to draw a ton. And just getting that tempo right now is super important. We are very afraid of, what's he called? Samuro. But as I said before, I'm not scared of this being big. There is my Attendant. Oh wow, and a Trog together. It's pretty crazy actually. We could just go Mankrik and Void Touched Attendant because we're drawing so much. We have to clear this though. Or do we? Do I care about my Peasant? I kinda like drawing with the Peasant. Actually, what I can do is I can play the Void Touched Attendant and the Og Merchant, but what do I do with the other 2 mana? I could go for a Panthera and not draw, or I could float 1 mana by going super... I actually think I don't have to Void Touch the Attendant here. I think I want to go Mancrick. And I want to Aug Merchant this. Just so he can pop off the Divine Shield. And then I want to go face. Did I miss lethal? What if I would have gone Void Touch the Attendant plus Hero Power? Would have hit 3. I think I would have been like 1 off or something. This deck is so quick though. That's my other Attendant. 4, 5, 6, 8. And we kill him big time. So quick, I really have to look over all of my games with this. You're not ready for the speed of this deck. It's so cool. Alright, we're getting close to Diamond 5. That's where the real climb starts. That's actually usually where I think it gets kind of difficult. I know I can get stuck for a while in Diamond 5, depending on what I play and kind of how I feel, because you're not in super good Hearthstone shape every day of your life. Against a druid, we just wanna swing. I think keeping a tour guide is fine because it allows us at least to shoot him right away. We wanna kill him as quickly as possible. All right, peasant, it is. We have to keep in mind that he might wanna coin hero power the peasant, but if he does that, that's kind of fine. So if I play the peasant now, he has to coin hero power it. Which means that he wastes a coin, which is good because it's generally a pretty bad play to coin hero power. So I think it's better because if I play it on turn 2, then I think he's just gonna hero power normally, and then there's no coin wasted because I don't think he would coin to kill a tour guide. So I think that this, in a way, is the better play because he kind of has to get rid of it, right? And I don't like that this always has to happen against druids, but it's just a way. It's just the way it is. If I had a better hand, I could have waited a little bit for it, but I think this is nice. Too bad we can't curve out. These are so good together on turn 3. But I want to drop my Mancrick on turn 3. I don't want to sacrifice my draw. But I am going to hold the hero power here. Just in case I get a nice 1-drop like a Trog or something. I can still play the Trog, I can hero power, and then I can go Mana Feeder Pantera and draw. Okay, he's stopping me early. It's dangerous. Yeah, that's the thing. I can actually clear one of them. We have to, I think. And then we go Mana Feeder Pantera. Wow, that's good. They work kind of good together. So I got a lot of things that just work together. Let's just keep the... But I can't do it because I really have to puzzle with my mana. And you really... Like, at turn 4, you usually want him to be dead already. We have the bishop for turn 5, which we might have to put down. It's a lot of damage. Especially if we can't do anything with it. I think, in a way, we want to see a ramp turn soon. So this is beast. Which is annoying. It's hard for us to deal with. So it's kind of good that we're getting these bigger minions. So, is it Mancrick and Attendant? Or is it Wriggling Horror? Wriggling Horror hero power is pretty nice. But I do want to get that Mancrick down. I mean, going Mancrick and Void Touch the Attendant, I kind of like this because it gives me a chance to drop my Benedictus on 5. And then I trade away the Divine Shield. I know we could like trade the Cub into my 2-2 and then hero power my 2-1, and then my board isn't as big as it was, or as it could be. But I think this is fine. I like it. Sometimes you don't want to waste your divine shields, but I think this is a fine opportunity because I actually have a plan for the next turn, or I guess hopes. I mean, this card is kind of clunky to play because you want to be so aggressive. Just want to fill the board as much as you can. But yeah, he's more afraid of the attendant, which is kind of nice. And our graveyard pool is really strong now. And he actually gave us a chance to drop Benedictus, which is kind of nice. I like it. Oh, wow. That's so good. I'm gonna raise dead now because I don't want any of these to be in my pool. Okay. Could have gone better. And then we go face. I think when the owls come down, I think we're pretty bad shape. But it's hard for him to kill the Benedictus, which is really good. Is that his name even? Yeah, good. If my peasant could stick, that would be good. I was kind of banking on this guy being a ramp druid in the beginning, so thinking about it, maybe even though I super duper rationalized it, maybe I shouldn't have gone for the peasant play in the beginning, because this guy wasn't as greedy as I thought, or honestly greedy at all. But you know, it's a game. Squirrels. Okay, we actually have to... I was thinking like maybe we're gonna trade and see if we can draw him out of... We can drain his resources because we do have a very good hero power for countering his minions, but now he's getting extra draw. So I think we have to... try to just aggro him, out-aggro him. So he's trading things off, which is good because this means that an Arbor Up is probably not coming down. Or maybe he does a really, really nice Arbor Up and wins. Oh, this is good. So I want to start off by hitting here because I want to see if I can draw Raise Dead. Okay, bummer. I probably should have played the Wriggling Horror then. Missed out on 1 damage, which is actually huge. I'm just dropping my entire hand. Ah, I should have... I'm just going for face damage here. Man, missing out on that 1 damage definitely sucks. I don't like that. Hopefully it doesn't Arbor Up. This is actually a pretty good Arbor Up board. But it's not gonna be the most powerful Arbor Up ever. But I don't think this guy runs the taunt build. We might see an Oracle together with Matriarch, which is definitely not something we want to see. Ah, I hate that I missed out on 1 damage, which it doesn't seem much. But I think that the Void Touched Attendant is kind of... it kind of shows how much 1 extra damage is. Okay, this is an Arbor Up if I've ever seen one. But he's gonna use it to trade, he has to. So I really wanna... So the dream draw to save my butt is Mankrick's Wife into a Void Touched Attendant. He's not clearing my 6, 7. Yeah, he has to. But I'm gonna get to draw then. I think, yeah, in my infinite wisdom, I set this up pretty well. And do we have him? 6, 10, 12? No. This is 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we super mega got him. Woo! And ladies and gentlemen, that's Shadow Priest, a super cool deck. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you soon. Peace.